I'm Frank Brown, CEO of Corrective Exercise, Arizona's leader in geriatric training, and today we're talking about water. That's right, people. Hydration. It's one of the most common things we see affect the elderly population today in their quality of life. There are many reasons why water is important to the body, like regulating body temperature and carrying nutrients throughout the body. But today we're going to talk about those reasons that pertain specifically to some of the things that the elderly deal with on a regular basis and things that plague the aging body. And there are basically four key reasons why seniors should stay hydrated and drink plenty of water as they age. First thing we're going to talk about is cardiovascular function and why water is important to cardiovascular function. First, it helps with blood viscosity, which makes the blood stay thinner, makes it easier to circulate throughout the body and the veins and the arteries. And when it moves easier through the body, it helps the blood pressure stay lower, stay regulated, and proper hydration also helps in electrolyte balance, which plays a tremendous role in heart function because the electrolytes actually regulate heart rhythm, sodium, potassium, things like that. So if the body's hydration level comes down too low, the concentration of electrolytes can get too high, and therefore dehydration can actually result in heart rhythm issues and things like that. So hydration is critical for cardiovascular function. Second thing, gastrointestinal function or digestive function. Water helps the body move food through the upper GI tract and down into the stomach and through the intestines and out the body. If you're dehydrated, then the food in your digestive system can become too hard and make it harder to pass through. And I know lots of elderly people suffer with constipation issues, and drinking more water can definitely help with that. Third thing, urological function. And this is huge right here because I know one of the primary reasons seniors stop drinking enough water is because they don't want to have to go to the bathroom all the time. And I get it. I wouldn't want to be going to the bathroom every 30 minutes either. But it's kind of a double-edged sword and a decision one has to make, because what happens is when you reduce your water intake to accommodate continence issues, not only does it result in dehydration and all the problems that results in the body, but it also affects the muscles that you have to use to go to the bathroom. Everything we do, our body adapts to, and when you go to the bathroom, you're actually training those muscles that help control when you go to the bathroom, or when you urinate, I should say. And when you stop drinking water and you don't go to the bathroom as much, well, guess what? Those muscles, they start to lose strength and control. And then that further exacerbates a continence issue that might already be there, or it could actually bring on a continence issue as well. So staying hydrated is very important to keep your urological function strong. And the other thing too is hydration helps prevent UTIs. I know a lot of elderly people suffer from chronic UTIs, and water helps keep the urinary tract and everything clean, and keep the healthy bacteria balanced, and helps get rid of unhealthy bacteria, and so on and so forth. So hydration, key for urological function. The fourth and final thing we're going to talk about is energy. The reason we're mentioning it last, although some of us might be the most important, but um, when you are dehydrated and the body has to work harder to perform all of its functions, because that's what happens when you dehydrate. People talk about it like it's no big deal, but dehydration is a very serious thing. People end up in the hospital. It, people can have, severe blood pressure complications from dehydration. They can have, it can even cause small strokes and uh, what else? Heat stroke from dehydration. Anyways, when you dehydrate, everything has to work harder. Every system in your body works harder when you're dehydrated, from your cardiovascular system to your digestive system, your circulatory system. Everything works harder when you're dehydrated. And then that takes what? Energy. Lots of seniors already don't have a whole lot of energy because when, you get older, you get tired a little more easy. So it's important that you stay hydrated to keep your energy up. I know they say the number one thing that plagues the elderly population today is dehydration. And that's because people don't drink enough water. So, all that being said, how much is enough water? Well, that's different for everybody. But at the bare minimum, 8 ounce glasses or 64 ounces should keep you out of the hospital. But in reality, if you want to maintain optimal health and function, you're probably going to need about 3/4 of an ounce to 1 ounce per pound of body weight. If you are super active and live in a very dry climate, it might be more like 1.25 ounces per pound of body weight. But 1 ounce per pound of body weight should be good for most people. If you're 100 pounds, 100 ounces. I know it's, hard to wrap your head around going from drinking 2 glasses of water a day to, 1.5 gallons, but it is very critical that you stay hydrated and you'll feel a lot better for it. And I don't advise anybody go from, drinking 64 ounces of water a day to trying to drink 1.5 gallons the next day. You got to work your way up to it. Try to drink a few more ounces every day until you get to the point where you actually are consuming enough water. So that's all I got to say about the water. I'm Frank Brown, CEO of Corrective Exercise, Arizona's leader in geriatric training.